Visionaries is proud to present its 21st season on public television. Sometimes you read the paper and watch the news, and it seems like there's more bad news than good in the world. But you know what? It's just not true.
I at least can hold on to something, that there's something, maybe it's small, but there's something that I'm doing to make a difference.
It's just a feeling that you have. If you can help people, you have to. There's no alternative.
Every child has potential that we just can't know. And so, to my mind, that's what we're doing. We are saving potential for the future.
The Latino Economic Development Center, or LEDC, was founded in the midst of civil unrest during the 1991 Mount Pleasant riots. It exists today through their ability to adapt, change, and identify new areas where they are needed. It drives the economic and social advancement of low to moderate income Latinos and other underserved communities in the DC and Baltimore area by equipping them with the skills and tools to achieve financial independence and become leaders in their communities.
This is WeWork Wonder Bread Factory. It's a co-working space in Shaw, and it is the home of LEDC. So come on in.
LEDC provides economic opportunities for Latinos and other marginalized communities in the DC region. Latinos become leaders in their communities, and then helping people understand that Latinos can lead social justice movements. You know, we can be at the forefront, and we should be.
This is our team, the team of underwriters and technical assistance providers to small businesses.
I think an intrinsic part of being a team member here at LEDC is understanding a notion that we're working towards a bigger cause.
Right now we're in Mount Pleasant, which is really the birthplace of LEDC. In 1991, this neighborhood erupted into riots after an unarmed El Salvadorian man was shot by a police officer. It was really just sort of the bursting point for many people who had fled their countries to avoid civil unrest there, only to find hardship in the US. And this is where LEDC was born.
Area here is Georgia Avenue and Kenyon Street. I'm the president of the Georgia Avenue Business Alliance. Right now, Georgia Avenue is not what it used to be. A lot of places went through the riots, couldn't come back. A lot of them did come back. Business thrived, but then with gentrification, a lot of things have changed.
A group of activists came together out of that unrest and decided to form an organization that would support people in gaining economic opportunity as a means to social justice.
So today we're not only focused on creating economic opportunity, but also we've learned over the years that we have to help people retain their assets and build wealth.
Morgan Seafood has been in my family for 84 years. Main thing is that what we've been trying to do is trying to get grants for small businesses.
The loan officers or underwriters work providing loans to small businesses and owners and aspiring entrepreneurs for up to $50,000.
We have a team of coaches that provide technical assistance and trainings to aspiring entrepreneurs and also existing businesses.
You got to remember, a lot of people are older. Technology has changed. You know, they need that extra help.
We've seen individuals who were struggling in their business, and as a result of the technical assistance received by LEDC, they turned their business around, expanded their business, and are doing great and have extreme growth as a result.
I think we're exactly like our clients in the sense that we're entrepreneurs and we're very entrepreneurial.
Entrepreneurship is not for the faint at heart. It's a really demanding lifestyle.
A lot of us have had the experiences our clients have had. They know what it's like to move to a new country, not know anyone, not speak the language. So we understand how economies work and how they haven't worked for our communities.
We're getting more developers coming back up Georgia Avenue, but we don't want the developers to turn around and push out the small people. And that's the purpose of these grants that we're putting out here, is so that the small people aren't pushed out.
There's a couple different issues that make it hard for people to stay in the city. One of those things is obviously gentrification. There's a lot of new developments being put up in different parts of the city, and with prices going up, people become priced out and have to move somewhere else.
The DC area has lost at least 50% of its affordable housing, and that's a battle we fight every year.
The reason why we do this so passionately is because we want to keep people from DC in DC, because this is our home.
And we are the Housing Counseling Department.
We work with people from all parts of DC, from all types of ethnic groups, immigrants from all parts of the world.
We help with people being able to do affordable housing in terms of preservation and advocacy and their rights. And then on the housing counseling side, we focus on first-time home ownership, being able to help them if they're going through a foreclosure process, helping them with financial capabilities.
We also hear their stories. We create a bond and a personal connection with these people, and that's how we get to know them.
Covering every aspect that will help them to be leaders in their community.
There's something that people get from meeting in person with our staff. There's a sense of their confidence is built up, and you can't get that through a recording online. You know, you can't get someone to pat you on the back and say, I think you can do this, you know?
A lot of times when we sit down, we can relate with the clients, with their stories. When they just came to the country and they need a resource or someone to fall back on, and we're there for them.
We've also learned over the years that we have to help build the leadership in the Latino community.
And then after they know their rights and they know that they are valued in their city, then they start to acknowledge that they have a voice and they can be leaders in their community.
Yeah, this is David Grosso. He is another one of the
It's basically a method of educating community members on how they can become active members of their community. They can become leaders in their community. So we'll give them tips on how to talk with council members, how to prepare testimony. We'll teach them about the different hearings that DC Council has, the budget seasons, so that people can be prepared to speak on the different issues that are affecting their communities and know how to talk directly with elected officials.
The future for Georgia Avenue looks vibrant.
From 2007 and 2012, there was an increase of 71% Hispanic-owned firms in the city of Baltimore. As the city's immigrant population increased, we were in need of services and resources that could assist them, particularly when it came to small business owners, Latino business owners.
It was just in the streets, meeting these businesses, having that conversations with them, learning about their businesses, their families, what are they doing, why are they doing what they're doing. Started in Highland Town.
We came to Baltimore primarily because the city had a real interest in supporting immigrant communities.
So Freddie Gray death in the city, riots occurred in the city, targeting many small businesses.
There was sort of a bubbling over of emotion, and people came in and started destroying property and looting. And
so while it was an unfortunate time for the city, it was also a moment of opportunity for us to be a responsive government along with our partners.
Right now we're looking at Highland Jewelry. They were impacted by the riots. They had their glass smashed in, jewelry stolen.
Well, they have helped us for the emergency situation that we had.
The point of this loan was to get money out the door as soon as possible.
While we in government work as fast as possible and as hard as possible, sometimes the bureaucracies get in the middle.
LEDC was able to quickly respond by giving them a loan for $5,000 to just get back on their feet.
And thanks to them, most of our merchants here was able to reopen again.
The mayor has a goal to grow the city by 10,000 families. Programs and resource economy and create jobs.
Well, we're in downtown Wheaton. What you're looking at here is a variety of diverse small businesses.
Okay, my name is Luis Bonilla, and I'm the owner of a business here in Wheaton, local business.
Around this triangle, there are about 100 plus small businesses that are very diverse, about 80% of them being Latino.
I have a lot of clientele from Thailand, from Indonesia, from China, from different countries.
Starting at the end of this year, there's going to be a huge redevelopment project right here on this lot. That is going to be really impactful for the small businesses that are here in the vicinity. Our role to help the small businesses that are currently here and that want to stay here to survive the construction period and then thrive beyond the construction once Wheaton is really different than it is today.
Which is something exciting. I'm very happy about it.
It will be a building that will transform this neighborhood. There'll be a town plaza with a stage, with a fountain, with outdoor seating.
And what concerns the most to the people is the fact that the construction is going to cause a lot of disruption to the businesses.
In the same way that we're preserving housing assets through foreclosure prevention, we're preserving business assets by helping existing small businesses and legacy small businesses stay in these areas that we're working in so that they're not pushed out and left without this very, very important asset that leads to their own livelihood and the livelihood of their families.
And so LEDC's work here is very critical because they will be working individually with the businesses to ensure that they can make that transition as we redevelop downtown Wheaton.
I mean, instead of looking at something negative, I think we can think about having more clients to take care of.
The Wheaton story is a great way of showing how we're helping people hold on to assets. It's not just about getting the asset.
And I think that's something that it's going to be very positive.
It's about keeping the assets that you can then transfer to your family members later and help them start off ahead of the game.
What makes LEDC unique is their passion and their commitment to the communities that they serve.
Do the facade outside here to make sure this looks much better than what it is. These windows are almost 100 years old. These are the original windows from my great uncle, and we've been here for 84 years.
For the Visionaries, I'm Sam Waterston.
Visionaries is brought to you through the generosity of the Anna Maria and Stephen Callan Foundation, CoBank, the Catholic Communication Campaign, National Cooperative Bank, the Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut, and Eco Serendip Villa and Spa of St. John, and also by Capital Impact Partners, City Foundation, HG Promise Foundation, and PNC Bank. Additional support was provided by the following: